Hello there, it's the last NFP Friday of the year this week, and I've been speaking to Chris Beauchamp from IG Markets about this market-shaking release. Last time the NFP numbers were hit by Hurricane Sandy, is there any indication that there'll be any lasting effect from the hurricane?
We're seeing a fairly weaker number coming up on Friday, around 90,000 is the expectation. So yeah, some effect from the hurricane feeding through, as we've seen from the change in ADP numbers today with the drop in manufacturing jobs, which is again the impact of the hurricane being felt in that area. So yes, the hurricane continues to make its presence felt even after a month.
What about the Fed's programme? They're buying $40 billion a month of these mortgage-backed securities. Are we seeing any signs that what they're doing is having a direct impact on the jobs market?
Well, I think the main impact from that is the confidence boost that markets are relieved and industry is relieved that the Fed is standing behind the US economy in that way. I don't think the effect has yet been felt in the jobs market itself, but it's merely the more confident businesses feel about the outlook, especially with the Fiscal Cliff discussions, the more likely they are to hire.
Fiscal Cliff, obviously no one knows what's going to happen at the moment, but in terms of a business perspective, companies are going to be reluctant to hire, aren't they, if they don't know what the macroeconomic situation is going to be like?
Precisely. I think if you're not sure how this will play out in the next few months, then your business plans are put off. You want to sort of just wait and see how the discussions evolve, and if there's a resolution, or if not, what happens to the US economy once we go over that cliff on January the 1st.
Do you think there's going to be any great impact from the NFP release? Because it seems everything at the moment is just so flat.
Well, now the election is out of the way, of course, it's less important. We're not quite so worried about whether the employment rate comes in at 8% or below. We expect it to come in at 7.9, so just below that key figure. But it's much less important now than it was, although it has to be said, this is still the US economy. Everyone still wants to know how well it's doing, so the non-farms payroll data retained its importance.
And you think the actual unemployment rate will remain pretty much the same?
We expect it to stay unchanged at 7.9, so no real change.
Well, that's all for the moment from London. Goodbye for now.